What type of leader are you? Are you adaptive or are you reactive? Adaptive simply means that you're really focused on the longer term. You see challenges, but you aren't focused on the challenge right in front of you. You're looking around the next corner, right? What's coming up? You're able to be agile in your strategy or the way you think to adjust to the market conditions and the challenges. Reactive is you're dealing with what's right in front of you. You're literally surviving this day, this week, this month, this quarter, and trying to just keep your head above water and keep things moving. You're still trying to hit metrics, but you're allowing the business to run you. Most of us as leaders would say, of course, I want to be an adaptive leader. But what we actually see in working with leaders is that most of us are reactive. I spent many years of my business in reactive mode. And what it did was it didn't drive the results. We had slower growth. And to be honest, I hated my business when it was in reactive mode. I didn't love working in the business every day. And what I started to realize is to be adaptive means I had to take risk. I had to do something different than what we were doing before. I had to have different people than who I had before because the business needed to evolve. Our strategy had to be bigger than who we were instead of just a plan for what we wanted to do. We call this at Keystone making generational decisions. When we're faced with something that might seem a little scary, might be something different than we've ever done before, it might be we're going to spend money on something that's more than what we've spent. We're looking at it and saying, are we spending this? Are we doing this work? And is it a generational decision? And what that means is the Chinese proverb, if you've ever heard it, that talks about, are we planting seeds for a tree that we will never sit in the shade of? And as leaders, our jobs are to make generational decisions, to make the right decision, knowing we're not going to get the glory potentially in it. It might not be something that happens in the next couple of years, but it's still the right thing. And how do we wrestle with wanting to feel that immediate impact with also realizing that the long-term impact is more tied to our legacy and to our purpose than the short-term kind of immediate results that a lot of us crave in these times and how we're wired. And our business is always going to have immediate needs, things we need to solve now, risks that are happening in real time. But we have to balance that as leaders with the long-term impact legacy type of work and type of decisions. How are we looking at the generational decisions in our business? Are you preparing your next generation of leaders that as you step up and out into bigger things, that they're filling that gap that you have today? Right? Reactive is we wait until we need to make that change. Adaptive is we're planning years in advance for a succession or for an emerging leader to step into a role. And that's really the longevity of our business and what's going to drive the results. I don't know any business leaders who want to work just to work. All of us want to create long-term impact. We want to create legacy impact. And we want to make true decisions and impact on a business that's going to last generations, far beyond when we are there or in that role. And so in order to do that, we have to make hard decisions now and making really good decisions about how we want to spend our time and where we want to invest our time and our resources into to truly create generational impact.